I suppose you're always navigating change. The most important part with change is being able to understand the why. We land up getting a bit toasted every so often, and some quite often over-ambitious. I think that what's important is to paint a compelling vision. You know, we're all in it together trying to find our way to the top of the mountain.
Well, I'm here with Gary Segal, and so nice to have you here with me, Gary. Of course, need to just check, are you a leader?
Yeah.
Okay, and what is your direct reports?
Got 5 people that work directly for me in our business, and then we've got a whole big contracting outfit that does the rest of the work.
Okay, and client size, how many staff clients that you support?
We work with large clients. We currently work with 4 of them at the moment.
Sure, and kind of what is the size of those sort of organizations?
They're large.
Large.
They're large corporates.
Okay.
So that all listed.
Okay, great. So are you navigating change at the moment?
Well, I suppose you're always navigating change. That's certainly what it feels like. But yes, we're going through a market refocus. I suppose would be the biggest change that we're going through. And change is really a very familiar part of our world. We're kind of always doing.
Okay.
Now.
Okay. And is there one strength that you can think of that you use to navigate change that your team may not be aware of?
Yeah, I'm not sure they're not aware of it, but for me, I think the most important part with change is being able to understand the why. Why are we changing? What are we trying to accomplish? So that there's a very clear understanding of where we're going, but also why we are moving from where we are to the new thing.
Okay, the why, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Sounds and it says starts with a why.
Start with the why. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's so important. If I was to give you my magic wand, what would one wish be for your team? What would you want for them to be able to manage or navigate change better?
In our world, change often comes with a lot of work. And we're often trying to do more than we have hands to do it. That's familiar small business story. I don't feel like we struggle with a lot of the change problems that corporates struggle with, resistance and that kind of stuff. That's really not something that we struggle with. What we struggle with is just trying to get the execution to happen. Typically, we're quite ambitious about what we're trying to do, and some quite often over-ambitious. And so I think it's about organizing the work into some coordinated, coherent way of getting things done, and then getting them done in a prioritized way. And then there's often pitfalls along the way that are difficult to foresee at the beginning, and you only see them once you're in it. And just navigating that, I think, that's what makes change difficult and demanding for us.
Okay. And what do you think could assist in creating that? So understand that it's always like, are there enough resources? This is what we want to be able to achieve. And then the execution in between. Is there anything that you can think of that would support your team in being able to achieve that, the chunking things up, prioritizing?
Yeah, and probably doing a better job of planning the change, and just probably chunking it down and reducing the size or the amount, the quantum of change that we're trying to undertake would probably be helpful. We're all very ambitious about what we can achieve, and we land up getting a bit toasted every so often. Just bitten off more than we can chew.
Sure. Okay, so big goals, smaller chunks, make those chunks even smaller, and so on, so that you can execute more and have more manageable sizes to work on at a time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the bit that we are less good at.
Okay.
No.
Okay. And what do you think you are good at? What do you think your your secret sauce in change management is, or one tip or tool that you use?
I think that what's important is being able to paint a compelling vision that makes sense to everybody, that holds the why. So there's a clear understanding of how things will work. One of the big things that we have the luxury of doing because we're small is we stay very close to the principles of things, and we don't get involved in the dogma of rules, and we don't have a lot of that inertia and thinking inertia. So we're very comfortable in the conversations of what are we really trying to do here, and maybe we've been going about it the wrong way. Let's ditch that and start again. We're very happy. We're also very unattached. I think the goal is often quite sacred, but the method of getting there is totally up for grabs.
Okay.
And everybody in the team feels completely part of that process and empowered to challenge, to bring ideas, to challenge ideas. It's we're all in it together, trying to find our way to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
As a team, I suppose.
Okay.
No.
Oh, so you've created a really psychologically safe environment where people feel it's okay to challenge ideas, no matter whose ideas, one.
Yeah.
And two, I know you're very good at being able to express that vision, that compelling vision you spoke about. So people know, like you're saying, the outcome, this is where we want to go, which path we choose, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we're there to do as a team, is to find the way how to get there.
Great. Well, talking about the team, is there one compliment you can remember that you've given your team recently, or perhaps it's a compliment you want to give your team?
Yeah, I think it's a compliment they often that they'd be quite familiar with. I think the team is just incredibly skilled and resourceful in their particular roles. Everybody brings something very unique, a way of thinking, a particular skill set, and I really think everybody feels valued for that. I don't think it's a mystery that they don't feel like a dumbass, most of the time, until somebody pays them a compliment. I think they really feel like they're contributing. It's like it's a part of the natural process that we go through, I think.
Okay. And I'm sure that really contributes to the psychological safety, making it safe to say, I disagree, there's an ideal, and so on.
I think that's the big payoff.
Yeah.
You can really hold difficult stuff without it turning into a pitch battle of who's going to win the argument.
Yeah.
Just whatever the best way forward is.
Which way is going to get us there?
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your time, and I know the impact you have with the corporates you choose to work with.
Thank you.